3, 2, 1.
English from that.
Does it work? Hello, hello, hello.
Give it a second. Still, yeah, it is live. We are live.
We're live. Hello, welcome everyone, and hopefully you will enjoy this live stream together with CryptoRover from his channel as well. And I'm very glad that we are doing this video. So once again, thank you for all people watching. And what we would like to discuss today is actually not just the Bitcoin chart, but as well Ethereum. And we would like to do a few requests. So
yeah, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning into this amazing new stream here. I'm here together, joined by I'm joining CryptoToro right now here. So first of all, absolutely amazing that everyone is tuning in right now here. We're going to go over, of course, the analysis of CryptoToro, and second of all, we are going to discuss your altcoin requests. So I think let's start right away off with you sharing your screen right now.
Yes.
So we could be starting off with the technical analysis and go over the market, what we're currently right now seeing here, and what we could be expecting of the coming days right now in Bitcoin, and of course about certain other projects right now here. So yeah, looking forward towards it. And let me see what we're going to have here. So happy to be there. Absolutely amazing here. Please do AVEX, bro. So yeah, for sure. We're going to go into AVEX for sure, my man. But let Toro start off with his Bitcoin analysis before getting into AVEX, okay?
yes, of course. And I'm very pumped to discuss AVEX as well together with you guys. But before doing so, I would like to get started and take a look at the Bitcoin chart and what my overall thoughts are about it. So personally, I would like to take a look at just, for example, the 4-hourly time frame. And what I always do during my channel is actually discuss the Bitcoin chart, or for example, at Ethereum, the Bitcoin compared to Ethereum chart. And therefore, I would like to take a look right now at what Bitcoin is currently doing. So I will be starting by placing my Fibonacci retracement from its previous low from 2021 all the way towards its current high that we saw a couple of weeks ago, before we saw a major decline in Bitcoin's price action, and where we are currently at. So we are right on top of the 0.236 Fibonacci level at $47,362, as you can see. And what I think is very important is that we are right now clearly seeing that we are getting perfectly supported on previous support. We have been here before as well, and we have seen a major run up after this breakout in the past outside of this descending channel. Therefore, I would like to take a look at what the possibilities are right now and what we are currently seeing on the indicators such as the MACD. On the MACD on the 4-hourly time frame, you can clearly see that we are right now losing a little bit of upward momentum. We could perhaps see a crossover occur during the next upcoming hours. We are heading towards a crossover, and if we take a look at a shorter time frame such as the 1-hourly time frame, you can clearly see that we have already experienced a crossover, but that the momentum is actually starting to lose its downward strength. So it could be possible that we won't be seeing a crossover on the 4-hourly time frame, therefore, and that is something I think is absolutely important to keep the overall trend towards the upside, well, like it has been during the last couple of hours. So I would like to ask as well your thoughts about it, CryptoRover.
Yeah, it's very clear for me. Of course, we already discussed it earlier today on my channel as well. This Fibonacci, it shows you clear directions where the market is heading towards, and this clear touch that we're right now getting here of the 47.2K, it as well comes together with very strong horizontal support, like you just told us before, because yeah, you can clearly see what you just showed us a moment ago. This level has been proving itself already to be very, very strong support. If you were looking back, yeah, like to the beginning of September, end of August, you saw this level, yeah, like you're right now interesting here with these white lines. It provided this massive support in the past. So yeah, right now I'm very pumped that we of course broke through this level, and I personally do anticipate that we could be seeing a very, very severe bounce from off this level as well. So Yeah, it looks very, very solid right now. And in the meantime, I see a lot of people asking questions about Hex, about AVAX, about HBAR, about Ella. So guys, give us a second. We're for sure going to go into all your requests. We just want to be, of course, going over the Bitcoin price section first before going into our set. And in the meantime, don't forget to smash up the subscribe button on this channel, because I would really love to see this channel maybe reaching 1,000 followers today here. So yeah, continue with your analysis, Toro.
Of course, thank you very much for the shout out towards the channel, and I really hope everyone appreciates the effort we are putting in lately, and overall coins that I discussed during my channel, such as XRP as well, and many others, by request of the audience, of course. So as we discussed, this major horizontal level of previous support, and right now currently we're getting supported once again. Clearly, what you can see on the RSI, what I think is of utmost importance, is that we are heading towards the overbought direction. We are perhaps going to exit the upper part of the RSI by seeing a major move towards the upside, breaking out above the dotted line. And what I think is of utmost important about it is that we could perhaps see, after this major spike, a trend reversal occur, so perhaps as well a decline in Bitcoin's price action. But before this would occur, I think it is very likely that we are going to see a major spike in Bitcoin's price action after this point in time where we are currently trading on top. So what I have drawn here, you can clearly see at the 50k level, 50.3k level, we are actually seeing major level of previous resistance. We were able to break out above it before, but afterwards we saw, when we reached the 0 point Fibonacci level at 52.4k, no sorry, 52.9k, we actually saw that we got rejected and we saw a major decline. So therefore I think this is going to be my next major target at 50k, 50.3k, I'm sorry for that. And I think that is also actually very likely to occur, that we are not going to see an even further upward momentum due to the fact that the RSI is actually already heading towards that overbought direction. That is of course my personal opinion, but I think that is very likely to occur. What I think is as well very good to know is, if we take a look at the daily time frame, we are seeing that this is the very first candle that actually will be finding support on top of that Fibonacci level. And I think that is of utmost importance to confirm that we are actually heading to the upside by finding support on top of this level, and not seeing a major just spike out of where we were previously trading at, and seeing just a regular, or seeing a major decline afterwards. I think it is very likely that we're going to find support on the daily time frame as well, and that is for sure good for the overall trend. What I wanted to discuss is actually something I think is as well very important on the daily time frame, and that is, we saw previously this level of support getting created in the beginning, and we are right now seeing a retest of this ascending support line. Therefore, I think this is the new confirmed uptrend that we are going to see during the upcoming weeks, perhaps getting formed by just getting major spike and finding support afterwards on top of this ascending support line, all the way towards new all-time highs. And I think this is a level you have to take into consideration during the upcoming weeks, due to the fact that if we break out below this level, it could perhaps mean that we are going to see a major decline. I don't think personally that this will occur, but it is a possibility. So I don't know if you would like to say as well something on this chart, Rover, to just well, fill in.
I do think that we're right. I do think that we're right now clearly starting an uptrend on a daily time frame. Second of all, I do think that we're as well right now starting. This is of course the beginning of a next major leg towards the upside. I've been already been quite bullish, of course, on the 43k range towards the 45k range in terms of spot accumulation. Right now, of course, since breaking through the 47k, this will be just signifying that we're going to see a huge major leg towards the upside getting created here. And yeah, the daily time frame is right now clearly showing us we are forming higher lows. This is going to be, of course, the last period we basically have before we're going to absolutely stand it towards the new all-time high, in my opinion. I do expect the coming 3 months, those are going to be the months that you want to be in crypto. The coming 3 months are going to be the most exponential months you most likely going to ever see here in crypto. So yeah, make sure that you're at least on board of it, in my opinion. It's definitely a pair that you don't want to be missing out on. Of course, yeah, like you can see right now still in front of your screen, the RSI is still dropping off here on the daily time frame. But either way, I do still think we could be seeing, of course, a very significant rally back here as well. What you can see today's and yesterday close of the RSI have been closing once again above the 50. And what is very important for me is, of course, to see several closes above the 50 in the RSI, because basically once Bitcoin is trading in its RSI above the 50 range on the daily time frame, it means that it is basically in an uptrend, and once it is trading below it, it is basically in a downtrend. So like you can see back here in what was it, June and May, June, July, in terms of the RSI, if you go back a little bit to over there, you can see the RSI. Oh, that's way back. It wasn't a drop in May. No problem. So you can see the RSI was trading there below the 50 the whole time, and right now we're bouncing off the 50 basically. So we're in an uptrend. So yeah, you could be very easily see these things coming, and yeah, right now you should be rather be bullish on the market. I think yeah, for sure we could be seeing maybe a potential 2K pullback, maybe 46K could still be visited, but it is just going to be likely to see the prices rising from here on. We're in an uptrend, and in an uptrend you want to be longing the market rather than shorting the market, if I'm talking about bigger time frames, of course. So yeah, for sure the market is looking very strong. And may I ask you to if I could be maybe able to share the screen for a second here?
Yes, of course you can. Before doing so, I would like to just ask the audience to follow me as well on Twitter at ThoroughCrypto. And what I actually wanted to discuss about it is something that I actually retweeted on my Twitter, and that is an article about this. It's about the market value and realized value of Bitcoin. And what I think is absolutely important is, if you read this article, I also made a video about it, is that we can expect 40 to 35% returns during the upcoming 35 days on the Bitcoin chart and on this point in time right now, due to the fact that if you take a look at the 200-day moving average, we are right now trading right on top of the 200-day moving average. Crucial level of utmost important, if you ask me, on the daily time frame. Therefore, I would like to enable it before sharing the screen, and you can clearly see that we are trading just above it. And we have seen lately that once we see a spike above the 200-day moving average in the past, you can expect exponential growth towards the upside, as we saw previously. So I'm very pumped about this move that we saw above the 200-day moving average, and also the market value to realized value. And if you're interested in even learning more about it, do not forget to read my retweeted tweet, because it has a lot of crucial information. So yeah, I think you can share your screen right now.
Yeah, indeed. So let me see if everything is working and if you see it correctly right now. So I think it should be working right now, right?
Yes, it's working.
Okay, nice. So yeah, guys, quickly a thing I want to be saying here. We have been going over it as well, and I think it is important to know right now, and that is, of course, the monthly returns for Bitcoin if you're looking back to previous years. So what we know is that Q3, basically the ends of the years, are all Q4, always the last period, the last 3 months of a year is always been historically seeing extremely bullish here in crypto, in Bitcoin. So this is also another reason why you should be bullish for the coming 3 months. You can see, if you're looking back towards 2020 October, 27% returns. If you're looking back towards November 2020, 42% returns. Looking back to December 2020, 46% returns. And the nice part about this, of course, the exact cycle that we were in, the bull cycle like we were previously in, was exactly 4 years ago. So that was in 2017. And if we're then looking back towards September 2017, you can see it was a red month. And of course, October 2017, bullish. November 2017, bullish. December 2017, bullish. So I think for sure, if you're going to be bearish right now on the market in terms of the coming 3 months, I think you're definitely on the wrong side here. I should be expecting very, very major price surges towards the upside right now, and it would be definitely irresponsible if you're not owning any Bitcoin on this time. And I think, Tori, you completely agree with this, right?
Yes, of course, I do totally agree with this, and I think that we might actually expect even better returns this year due to the fact that we're still in a bull market. That is not something we experienced, for example, in other years. Of course, last year we saw as well a major uptrend on Bitcoin, but I think this year will be of absolute importance, and I think it will be well, I can't just describe it. I think we will have to see what is going to occur, but I think 100k Bitcoin is really going to be there in the near future, and I'm just pumped about it and very glad that it will occur.
Yeah, exactly. I do totally agree with it. And of course, if you're going to, let's say, measure the price what we were right now trading on towards a previous all-time high, it's going to be a 35% move from here on. And if you're then going to look to the Bitcoin returns for, let's say October 2017, because that's basically the year that I'm right now comparing the coming month for, it was a 47% gain here. So a new all-time high in October is a very, very, it sounds pretty bullish, right? It sounds like I'm a moon boy or whatsoever, but it's a pretty realistic prediction even. So you should be keeping your eyes out on this prediction that we are right now making here. I think it's going to be really irresponsible to not hold any of it at all here. So, yeah, definitely very exciting, and can't wait to see what it's going to go to be like. And of course, I was pretty bearish here while we were trading on 52k, and right now I am being bullish. So definitely, this is right now the time to be bullish. In my opinion, it's not smart to be bearish at all on this time of recording. So should we also do a request from someone else who's asking about altcoin?
Yes, I think that is absolutely something we should do.
Let them add, which altcoin should we be looking in towards? Let them know here. Let them say it in the chat right now. So it would be truly amazing if you could drop your altcoin request right now here. And together, what do we have to do, Tor, right now?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
What have the audience right now have to do?
Well, of course, they have to smash up the like button, and hopefully they are going to enjoy this live stream so far. I do totally hope you guys are as well thinking about the long terms of Bitcoin. And what I think is of utmost importance is right now seeing that major just development in the not just regular cryptocurrency investors, but we are seeing more and more new companies that are investing in the cryptocurrency space. And I think that is of course of utmost importance and of a lot of value. So I am seeing a lot of requests right now. I'm seeing XRP, ADA, and Polkadot. So
yeah, you can share the screen, because then you can give the analysis to the audience.
Oh yes.
So you can give your analysis. So
thank you very much.
The request you want to be doing. Of course, we will be trying to look at the most amount of projects. Of course, XRP 8A is definitely the coins that we're for sure going to discuss in my opinion. Polkadot as well.
Polkadot, yes, in my opinion, we should. Yeah,
indeed. I've already went over it quite a lot here recently, but I definitely think Polkadot is right now a coin that you should be bullish on.
Yeah, for sure.
The ecosystem is developing. They're going to launch their mainnet anytime soon here. And what is going to be happening if Polkadot is going to launch their mainnet? It is going to be resulting in, of course, a huge hype run-up. And of course, what do you want to be doing here? You want to be buying before the hype, not on the hype, right?
No.
So
yeah, I totally agree. And perhaps you should already, you could say that perhaps you wanted to buy Polkadot even at cheaper price targets in the past, but I think right now you are still in a healthy zone to actually accumulate more Polkadot before we are going to see a parabolic increase. And what I am actually seeing over here, I've discussed this as well in one of my latest YouTube videos about Polkadot, is that we are actually forming this rising wedge pattern. If you agree with me, but I would like to actually show it to all the audience on the 4-hourly time frame. You can clearly see that we saw a breakout above it. I did actually expect this breakout towards the upside, but I said as well that we were very likely going to see a reversal here. And what I think is of utmost importance is that we are going to see once again the ascending support getting reached before seeing a major increase. Of course, I'm not saying this will for sure occur, but I think it would be overall good to see a breakout outside of this rising wedge. That is my personal opinion. And if you take a look as well at the EMA ribbon, we are, this is the 20-day moving average. But if we take a look at the EMA ribbon, what is of utmost importance is that we are right now getting supported by it on the 4-hourly time frame. And we have seen this occur many times in the past. What I think is good to know is that the latest time we got supported by the EMA ribbon, we saw afterwards a decline underneath it, and we found support right on top of this ascending support line. Therefore, I think we could see a potential scenario just like it occur during the upcoming days and just make this pattern even more significant eventually when we would see a breakout towards the upside. And how is this breakout towards the upside going to look like? If you ask me personally, I think it will be quite a major breakout. I personally think that it is unlikely that we are going to see actually a break down towards the downside, and that I would like to actually talk about in just a couple of seconds. So if, let's say, we were going to see a breakout outside of this pattern, after we would see once again a retest of this ascending support, a breakout above this ascending resistance, once again finding support on top and seeing a major increase, I think this price target is actually the target we are going to reach, and therefore it would be a 32% increase. And I think that is also very likely to occur due to the fact, as you said before, that Bitcoin is during the upcoming month very likely to see an exponential increase as well of 35 to 40%. I totally agree with it as well. And I think it's very likely that Polkadot will even reach even higher targets, but the $49 is for sure in the horizon. I don't know if you would like to add anything to this so far.
Yeah, for sure. As well, if you're going to zoom out to the daily time frame, in my opinion, you can see, first of all, we broke through very critical resistance. If we're talking about horizontal levels of support, previous support and previous resistance. So we're basically once again back in some kind of a consolidation phase where you could be talking about, in my opinion, because let's go into the daily time frame. And if you're zooming out ever so slightly, you can see even a little bit more if it's possible. Oh yeah, you're going. So you can see previously we found a lot of support on these levels, and we were having struggles with breaking through the level 2 times. Like you can see in May 2021 we got a rejection by that point, and as well I think approximately 30 days ago we got a major rejection by that point. So yeah, since we basically broke through that level, it was already for me a very big signal that we were finally going to, of course, start a new uptrend. And yeah, right now we even retested the level. Of course, it's approximately $28 if I say correctly. We retested that level, previous resistance, tested the support once again here. Personally, I do think we're in a healthy uptrend right now here. Yeah, if I'm looking to some momentum indicators on Polkadot right now, I do see that the RSI is decreasing while the price action is still increasing on Polkadot. So that is, of course, getting me worried a little bit right now. So yeah, I am seeing some momentum divergence getting created here. And that's for sure a thing that you should be paying your attention towards right now here. Because yes, the price action is still increasing. The RSI is still decreasing right now. So yeah, we are still seeing several momentum divergences getting created right here. And this is, of course, going to result in maybe a potential pullback. But if we're going to get a pullback here on Polkadot, it's not necessarily going to be bad, in my opinion, because a pullback in such a trend is going to just be healthy. And on the next pullback, I do expect that we're going to see a more significant rise after that. So yeah, the chart is looking healthy, and I can't wait to see where it's going to go towards. I expect that we're going to see higher price targets getting reached in the coming days. And if we could be settling down, let's say around the $34 and maybe go sideways for ever so slightly, prepare ourselves for the next rally up here. And as soon as Bitcoin is then going to shoot up, it's going to be Polkadot that's most likely going to outperform Bitcoin. Because I should as well take a quick look at the Polkadot compared to Bitcoin chart, because that chart is also looking very interesting right now, in my opinion. So
yes,
yeah, I'm getting pretty excited about Polkadot.
Yes, I do totally agree with everything you said previously, and I would like to take a look at the Polkadot compared to USD chart, compared to Bitcoin. But before doing so, I would actually like to discuss as well that what I said previously, this ascending support level getting reached, is something that I think is very likely to occur due to those divergences on the momentum indicators that you just previously talked about, clearly on the RSI and as well on the MACD. We are seeing that the momentum switch is actually perhaps going to occur during the next upcoming 24 to 30 hours, if you ask me. And as well, what I think is of utmost importance is that right on top of this ascending support, you are seeing the EMA ribbon supporting Polkadot's price action. And for sure, I think this is a utmost important level of support, and it's very likely that we are going to find support right on top of it once again before seeing a breakout above the ascending resistance of this rising wedge and seeing that 32% increase in Polkadot's price action. This being said, I would like to take a look at Polkadot compared to USD. Yes, once again, sorry, Polkadot compared to Bitcoin. So clearly you can see we are creating that higher low structure. And I think it is very likely that we are going to see once again that higher low structure continue itself in the daily time frame on the Polkadot compared to Bitcoin chart. Therefore, I would like to place once again a very similar ascending support. What I think is of utmost importance is that we keep this uptrend towards the upside during the upcoming month to see eventually exponential growth. And what I think is personally more likely to occur on this chart is that we are going to start creating a ascending triangle. Of course, this is a pattern that is not confirmed yet, but I think it's actually rather likely to occur due to the fact that we have already seen a touch point on the ascending support and a touch point on this horizontal level of resistance. And I think it is very likely that we are going to see resistance once again we're going to see resistance at that level before being able to break out above it and seeing exponential growth occur. That is what I personally think. And if we take a look at the momentum indicators, that is something I think is very interesting. For sure, we are seeing as well there a possible decrease in momentum. We might start even seeing a crossover occur towards downward momentum, but also on this chart, this ascending support is of utmost importance. And I think everyone that is holding Polkadot right now or would like to purchase Polkadot in the near future should perhaps wait to see a retest of this ascending support. And of course, for all people who are wanting to purchase cryptocurrencies right now on the channel, do not forget to use the links down below in the description, so you can be able to support this channel by doing so and buy and purchase even more cryptocurrencies. CryptoRover, I'm not sure if you would like to say something because you thought this was a chart with a lot of potential.
Yes, of course. Could you maybe zoom out ever so slightly, a little bit bigger? Because if you're just looking at the daily time frame, basically on Polkadot compared to Bitcoin, you can see right now we were forming some local highs previously, of course, on a major point of resistance, like you can see over here. If you draw a box maybe or in a resistance line from the previous stops, like we created in April and March on the Polkadot compared to Bitcoin chart, because those stops we were creating over there were pretty interesting because, yeah, we were getting basically stopped at every single time by that level. And right now we're retesting that level once again here. And you're maybe wondering, okay, we're getting a rejection by this zone. But personally, I will be approaching it a little bit differently. Yes, we are getting a rejection by this zone. But the good part about it is that, of course, you're never usually on such charts going to break through it once again in a straight line. It usually takes some time before breaking certain levels. And right now we have already saw one clear touch point. And personally, I do expect if we're going to go for another touch, we're absolutely going to crush it. So since we're right now maintaining this very strong uptrend that we're in, I do expect that we're just going to be absolutely crush it through this, this resistance box here. And Polkadot is just generally looking strong here because the more times you're going to test a certain level of resistance, the more likely it is going to be that you're going to break through that level as well. So it is looking very strong in my opinion right now, and maybe a pullback towards the upper sloping support line that Tor have been drawing over here. We could be looking for a very strong breakthrough of that level. So yeah, it is a major level of resistance in pre-4. You can clearly see this level provided this very strong resistance, but I do expect if we're going to of course, go for another touch of this level, then we're going to crush through it. And of course, like you saw, the last time that we did broke through this, of this level, we went pretty exponential. Of course, after that, we corrected very quickly after that. But I mean, personally, I do expect as soon as we're going to be able to break through this level, we're most likely going to see a very significant rise once again here. So yeah, previously, we saw that very nice spike towards the upside, and we were not able to hold that previous level of resistance as support. But right now, it's a new retest, and I do think we are going to be able to retest that level as support. So I'm looking forward towards it. I think the chart is pretty bullish on Polkadot right now here. Would you take I see the chat question here. Would you take a long in XRP and VeChain right now? I mean, it's always scary to long, man, especially you have to be, if you're going to open a long on a certain altcoin, I should always look at Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is your main indicator. And it is very risky because it's hard to say what Bitcoin is exactly going to do here. For me, I want to be looking at a little bit of lower targets to open a very strong long trade position on Bitcoin, to be very honest. But I know that Bitcoin could be as well. Just ignore these levels that I want to be seeing Bitcoin retracing towards and just increase, because the market is pretty bullish right now here. And it is, for me, in terms of risk management, too high of a risk to open a long position on this exact time of recording. I think it's a little bit irresponsible because Bitcoin is just literally right now not trading on the clear breakout or whatsoever. So you're basically gambling if you're going to open a position right here. So in my opinion, not smart to open a position right now.
Well, of course, I do totally agree as well that right now I think the market is looking at Bitcoin as an example to take a look at what the possible next move on Bitcoin is going to be, and if we are going to see an increase as well on the altcoins. I think personally as well that you have to take into consideration the Bitcoin price action. And just to discuss Polkadot a little bit more, I think what is very important is to take a look as well at the 4-hourly time frame. I won't take a long time because I think we should discuss other coins as well and other requests of the audience. But what I think is of utmost importance is if we take a look as well at the two momentous indicators that I do appreciate is actually the MACD. And if you take a look at the MACD saw a crossover several days ago. After that point in time, we are right now seeing that the momentum towards the downside is actually decreasing in strength, and that we could perhaps see just a minor, well, slowly fade of the momentum towards the downside. I think it will continue during the upcoming hours, but perhaps in just a couple of days, like 2 days, for example, 48 hours, we could perhaps see a decline all the way towards that ascending support and heading further towards the upside after we saw a retest, due to the fact that the MACD might see a crossover occur on that period of time. And as well, if we take a look at the RSI, what I think is of utmost importance is that we are seeing actually something I think is very important, and that is this over here. I would call it a bullish divergence, and I would like to actually draw it for you. We are seeing this higher low on the chart, and as well this lower low on the RSI, and therefore I think a price increase is very likely to occur, or well, a strength increase compared to Bitcoin. So that being said, I would like to take a look as well. So yes, please continue.
Actually, yeah, let's have a look at AVAX, because I see a lot of requests coming in for AVAX here in the chat.
Okay, yes, let's take a look at it. Well, where it is, yes. Yes, sorry.
So in the meantime, guys, make sure to smash up the like button. Let's go. Let's see if we could be reaching the 100 likes on the stream, guys. And you know it, smashing up the like button is only going to take a few seconds of your time. And you will be helping out Toro quite a lot here. So for you, a very small, yeah, it will be taking not a lot of time to smash up the like button, but it will be meaning Toro quite a lot here. So
it would be highly appreciated, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go to the AVAX chart.
Yes, I also have the AVAX chart over here. Unfortunately, I did not.
It's the Bitcoin comparison.
Yes. And right now, here it is. So what I clearly saw immediately on this chart is that we are creating this major run up towards the upside during the past couple of hours. We have seen during the last couple of days a major run up occur. We have seen already multiple candles, green candles, positive candles with major influence on the price. And you can see what I think is very likely that we are continuing this higher high and also higher low structure during the upcoming hours. I must admit that I am not very well known with AVAX. I do know the project, but I am not currently invested in it, but I should for sure take a look at it and give what I think is going to occur during the upcoming days. To get started, I would like to actually place a Fibonacci retracement, and I would like to do it from its price actions, its current high to its previous low just a couple of days ago on the 4-hourly time frame, to take a look at what the possible next levels is going to be, where we're going to find resistance. So you can clearly see that we broke above this one Fibonacci level at $62.83, and that we are seeing a major increase. And I think it is very likely that this level is going to be reached at $71.40. For sure, that is the next level you should focus on. And to take a look at other indicators, I would like to see what we are seeing as major levels of support. And what I'm clearly seeing immediately is that we are getting supported by the EMA ribbon. This will for sure have a major influence on the overall price action. And as I did before on the Polkadot chart and as well on Bitcoin, what I do actually always appreciate is to see where we could possibly be finding support on top after we see a trend reversal occur. And for sure, for AVAX, it is going to be this ascending support again. You can clearly see that the support is a confirmed ascending support due to the fact that we have already seen 2 touch points. So how much touch points we are going to get in the near future, how more significant this ascending support is going to be. This being said, I would like to take a look as well at the MACD. And on the MACD, you can clearly see that we saw a crossover here on the 4-hourly time frame several hours ago, actually yesterday during the evening, and we saw exponential growth afterwards. The momentum is not anytime decreasing in strength, and I think it's very likely that we are going to head towards that target level at $71 that I've shown you here right now. Rover, I think you are a little bit more invested in this coin, and perhaps you would like to share your screen as well to show us what your thoughts are about it.
Yeah, of course. Let me share my screen right away here.
Yes.
Let me go as well into AVAX as well. I will be going over a lot of other requests about audio, because audio seems to be pumping right now, and I want to be talking about audio and Bitcoin in a second over here. But let me first go over AVAX, and let me give some clear thoughts what I personally right now think is going down here on AVAX. So yeah, I know AVAX has been forming a new all-time high basically over here, and of course since of course crushing out this previous high, we have been not forming necessarily a very significant new all-time high. I mean, today we are forming a new all-time high, so it looks pretty solid. Yes, if we're looking to the money flow index, and if we're looking to the RSI, we're right now seeing a decrease, but for sure there could be a very, very big chance that we're still going to see more momentum going towards this chart, even though that we're right now seeing a momentum divergence. Because yeah, I have seen, of course, at different altcoins that they are still, of course, creating these bearish divergences, like you can right now see in your screen. But still the prices are increasing, and basically to clarify it up, what if people maybe don't know it yet here, but the bearish divergence, people are saying Bitcoin is dipping. So we will be taking a look into this Bitcoin chart in a moment, guys, because yes, I was looking maybe at the potential falling wedge scenario, but I will be keeping you guys up to date after I finished up these. We will be keeping you guys up to date after we finish up these thoughts here on AVAX. So the AVAX is clearly forming a momentum divergence right now here. So yeah, we are seeing momentum is getting lost right now. So yeah, we will be for sure looking forward towards how this is going to be resolved. So in terms of if you're going to ask yourself the question, should I be buying in towards AVAX right now here? No. In my opinion, I should from a risk to reward standpoint, I don't think it's a good buying opportunity, because we are already at an all-time high. Second of all, we're seeing momentum divergence getting created here. So is it smart to buy right now? I should say no, in my opinion. But could it be increasing further? Yes, for sure. So in terms of risk management, not buying in towards it, but it could be for sure seeing all leg up getting created from here on. But it's just too high of a risk to buy in towards right now here. So yeah, I'm looking forward towards where it's heading towards. As soon as we're going to be closing and let's say a daily candle above this level of the previous all-time high in terms of the wick, I do expect the markets could be moving up even further. So yeah, looking forward towards it. But let us quickly talk about Bitcoin here, because everyone is talking about Bitcoin in the chat right now. What do you think right now of Bitcoin? What do you expect Bitcoin is going to do here in the imminent short term?
In the imminent short term, I think it is very likely that we are right now clearly not seeing a breakout above the descending resistance of this falling wedge scenario. I think perhaps it's going to be very likely to see a retest of this lower descending support zone before seeing a further increase either towards the up or towards the downside when we see a possible breakout occur. But of course, I haven't seen the momentum indicators, and what I possibly would like to see is as well how the RSI looks like. Yes, perfect. So yeah, perhaps...
Yeah, I think personally... Excuse me.
No, please. No problem.
Now, I think personally, yeah, we could be for sure maybe go for a retest of this resistance line that we got created. I mean, it's definitely on a very low time frame, so it's on the 1 hourly candles. And like I've told everyone before, if you really want to be trading in a falling wedge, you should be ready to look at the 4 hourly candles. I think if you're, let's say, seeing a falling wedge in a 4 hourly candles, it's going to be a way stronger buying opportunity, in my opinion, and a very stronger, a more clear breakout. So yeah, this could be for sure maybe getting redrawn ever so slightly after this, and maybe we're going to form something like this, of course. So yeah, that's the reason why I already told everyone before in my stream that I did on my channel that this is definitely not a strong trading opportunity, and that we want to be giving the market some more time to consolidate. So yeah, I do think, yeah, we want to be taking this resistance line with a grain of salt right now. But for sure, this downward slope support line could be maybe very strong. And second of all, I think it's important to look at the levels that we could be maybe starting to accumulate a position on for Bitcoin, in my opinion. So
Yes.
if we're going to look to these levels, we as well already in the beginning of the stream, you went over it as well. The 47.2K, it's an important level, like you can see over here. Do you agree with me? The 47.2K,
Yes,
look at this.
I do totally agree with you. And I think it is actually a great level to accumulate even more Bitcoin due to the fact that we saw, as you can clearly see, CryptoRover has drawn those touch points in the past as levels of resistance, and therefore I think it's very likely that we are going to find major support on top of it. And it would be a major opportunity or a buying opportunity for Bitcoin to accumulate even more.
Yeah, exactly. And as well, you can see the 47.2K. We went for that touch just 4 hours ago, like you can see over here. And this touch was a very strong touch, like you can see over here. We only wicked towards this level, and there were so many buying orders ready to step in towards the market. It was crazy how strong the bulls were basically in the 47.2K. So that is already getting me pretty excited, of course, on the market right now. And let me see, get some diamond. Oh, wait, that's not what someone is saying. Buy Bitcoin right now or not anymore. I mean, personally, we can't, of course, answer the question because we can't give you any financial advice. But personally, the worst thing to do right now is sell your Bitcoin, in my opinion. And the best decision, I mean, buying Bitcoin below 50K is cheap. It is still relatively cheap. And it is going to be very likely that we're going to see way higher price targets getting reached here in the coming weeks from now on. So I'm getting at least pretty excited about the market right now here. So let me as well go over a very quick different level that I will be still anticipating for Bitcoin. I mean, and that I'm really hoping that Bitcoin is going to reach here. And this, excuse me, can I find my chart? No, I can't find my chart. So I will be drawing it over again. But this is basically this orange box over here on the 4 hourly candles. Let me enable the 4 hourly candles. And like you can see over here, we of course as well went over this level in the beginning of the stream. And if you're drawing an orange box over here, you can see clear. This level is a major. This level basically already proved itself, right? Yeah. So you can see in the past, very strong resistance. Over here, resistance, support, resistance. And for me, it's going to be an important level to see Bitcoin bouncing from off. And like you can see, we were very close with touching that 4 hourly candle on this orange box. We were just a few dollars away from it. So I would love to see still Bitcoin dipping back towards this level before creating this next rally up here. And Tor, I want to be hearing some thoughts about you on this theory that I'm right now going to address to you, okay? So
yes.
What do you think if you're going to look at Bitcoin? And you're going to look at the daily time frame here first. Let me load this up and look at this market structure that we created over here. So this is of course a thing that I was seeing here, and I thought, okay, this is very interesting. So you can see over here, we created a high, right?
Yes.
Created a high. After that, we created a higher high, but in the meantime, we were creating lower lows. So you can clearly see here. So high getting created here, higher high, lower lows, and then you create a higher high than the previous highs. You create a new low and you move up. And of course, what happened after that was history, right? We moved up very quickly, very significantly. And what we are seeing right now on this time frame on the 4 hourly candles, we're seeing a copy of the exact same. Look at the coincidence. It looks exactly the same. So you can see over here, high getting formed, higher high after that getting formed. In the meantime, we formed 3 lows. So we formed 3 lows over here. And then we're forming a higher high once again. And if we really want to be copy this literally like a fairy tale, just if we're going to copy this is of course exactly what played out here. We're going to move down here to previous resistance of that level, of course, because you can see over here while we were retracing of course the support was getting found over there. You can see we were retracing towards the previous highs, of course, not the exact high that you can see over here. We were retracing towards these highs over here. So if we're, let's say, going to retrace on this chart back towards this level, it's going to be the exact same market structure. And I mean, the moral of this story, basically, why I'm telling this to you guys out there, is that Bitcoin is usually tend to repeat these patterns over and over again. The same patterns tend to repeat over and over again. A lot of people don't see it, but they are almost exactly the same like they have been doing in the past. And right now, Bitcoin is doing the exact same once again. And I think that you should be paying your attention towards it. And if you're not going, I mean, at least I will be starting to buy a very strong long trades on the 46.5K, 46.6K for Bitcoin. And I can't wait to see what we are going to do. I can't wait to see what we are going to do. And make sure to follow CryptoRover here on Twitter as well. Because then you will be staying up to date about these updates as well here. So I see that we're watching as well with 140 people right now. And CryptoRover, do you want to be saying something to them right now?
Well, of course, I would like to just give you, how must I say this? I would like to just thank you all for watching the video, and I truly appreciate all of your support. And I must say that I'm very glad all of you are watching right now and supporting this channel by doing so. And if you're liking the content so far, do not forget to hit that like button as well. Coming back on your thoughts about the Bitcoin theory, I think for sure what you just explained to me and all the audience is something I do totally agree with. We tend to see those returns of the patterns on the Bitcoin chart. Most of the times you can expect to see a similar pattern play itself out on the 4-hourly or 1-hourly time frame, and those patterns eventually break out similar to what we have seen in the past. Therefore, I think it is actually very likely that we are going to head towards that previous level of resistance, and that we are going to see there major zones of accumulation where you could perhaps place your buying orders to just long Bitcoin all the way towards new all-time highs if you are patient enough, of course.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is a clear, basically how you can call this a reversal pattern, because yeah, you can see over here, we were in a downtrend, right? We were forming these lower lows, and this was basically the reversal. And the reversal, the moment where I said, okay, Bitcoin is right now reversing its trend is as soon as we were setting this higher high, right? You can see over here, we formed a higher high. This is a clear reversal signal. And you can see over here as well, high getting created over here, high getting created, higher high. We're forming a higher high. We are reversing the trend. Someone is saying buy right now, stop loss 46K. I mean, personally, I should rather look at accumulating on 46.5K and let's say stop loss around to 45K. So don't think that's the best strategy. I should be waiting for a minor retest, because there is still a huge opportunity and there's still a huge likelihood that Bitcoin is retracing back towards this level. And personally, for my own trading strategy, I will be opening a massive long position on 46.5K. At least somewhere in this orange box, I will be starting to accumulate my long position, because I personally think this is a level that you should be starting to accumulate, especially if you're a swing trader whatsoever. These are the ranges. I mean, are you trading as well here, CryptoRover, this coming retest?
Yes, of course. I must admit that I do actually trade more XRP and Cardano, but I do actually appreciate trading on Bitcoin as well. But what I think is that this opportunity is something I wouldn't like to miss out on, due to the fact that we, not just right now, we are seeing this clear trend reversal, but as well, as we discussed previously, we are seeing more and more indicators telling us that we are probably going to see within 35 days a major increase in Bitcoin, as we talked previously, of approximately 35 to perhaps even 45%. And therefore, I think that is the perfect opportunity to step in and just trade it all the way towards those new targets, and perhaps even a new all-time high. So for sure, exactly, I won't miss out on this trade.
So what is Rena as well asking, what if it drops below the left? So give me a second. I will be as well go over that here.
Yes.
But as well, you can see the MACD is closing in here. Histogram is almost flipping green again, what means that, of course, these trend lines are going to almost cross again. Of course, if the MACD is going to be able to create this crossover, it's going to be extremely bullish. But let me go over your question real quickly, because someone is asking me, what if we're going to drop below this level? Of course, there is for sure a likelihood that we're going to drop. There's of course an opportunity that we're going to drop below this level. Yes. But personally, if I see Bitcoin dropping below, let's say the 46.2K, I will be anticipating for sure a lower trajectory. I would for sure anticipate a lower trajectory. But yeah, that is of course worst case scenario. But in my opinion, I want to be looking at the likeliest scenario, what is going to happen here. And do you adjust your targets? For sure, I do adjust my targets, because you never know how the market is developing. Let's say today the market is looking very good, but tomorrow the market can be looking very worse. And some people think, why are you shifting your thoughts on bullish bear so quickly? Because you have to be adapting to the market scenario. You don't know how the market is going to look tomorrow. I mean, right now I can make a prediction. Let's say I want to be accumulating my position on 46.5K, then I will be for sure doing so. And let's say my target is 50K. I will be just saying something, my target is way higher. Let's say my target is 50K. But while we are increasing towards, let's say 48K, I see the market is forming very bearish structures and a very weak boost towards the upside. I will be saying, no, I go out of my trade already. So that is the reason why you always can be adjusting your targets, and why you always should be doing so. You will be always have to be adapting about what the market is currently telling you. So if the market is telling you, let's say on 48K, well, your target is 50K, the market is looking weak, you want to be maybe considering going out of your trade. So, you know, right?
Just to add to your explanation, I do agree that you have to take a look at the market on that specific day and time when you are perhaps trading it, or even when you are purchasing cryptocurrencies, due to the fact that it's changing all over throughout the day. You can see clearly that you can expect a totally different Bitcoin chart at the beginning when you just woke up, and when you go to bed you could clearly see a very bearish market structure. Therefore, I think you always have to take a look at the charts and keep monitoring those very closely if you are right now trading Bitcoin, because you have to adjust those targets to make as much profits as you possibly can. So yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can see as well several upper sloping support lines that we did broke over here, of course. So yeah, we are right now seeing if you're basically looking at the 1 hourly candles, you are right now seeing ever so slight consolidation, and usually after such a consolidation, we're either going to create a leg up or down here. And I personally think, yeah, we are going to create a lot of volatility tomorrow in the market. So yeah, I'm looking forward towards how this is going to be resulting. Of course, it looks to me that Bitcoin is not as strong as I would like to see right now on the 1 hourly candles, to be very honest. But a retracement back towards the 46.5K is going to be coming together with this important level over here. And this will be, of course, suggesting that we could be maybe getting towards a very strong long trade position. So it is definitely good to see Bitcoin decreasing right now here. It will be suggesting a lot of opportunities in the market. So someone is, Bluebird Softball Cookies as well, saying, thank you guys, appreciate you looking at the possibilities. It really helps to hear. So that's, of course, amazing to hear. Basically having a plan A and a B and a C. Of course, you always have to have several plans aside. And trading is all about patience, adapting to the market, risk management, and yeah, knowing when to enter and close a trade, basically. So yeah, pretty exciting.
Yes, of course. Right now, I think we have already streamed for quite a while, but I would say that a lot of the audience would highly appreciate if we would take a look at Cardano as well. I saw a lot of requests coming in. Perhaps you would like to me to share my screen and to discuss Cardano, or if you would like to do it by yourself, and then I would like to give my opinion as well.
Yeah, let's give your opinion right now.
Okay, perfect. 1 second.
Of course. So yeah, in the meantime, of course, hey Rover, can you please go over Ethereum targets? Yeah, let's go over Ethereum after this, because I've seen a very interesting chart on Ethereum, what a lot of people are right now not paying their attention towards. So yeah, definitely going to be pretty exciting.
No, of course. So I would like to share my screen right now by taking a look at ADA. I think it did actually work. So let's take a look at Cardano. So let's get started by actually seeing this, I think, very or rather important pattern taking place. I discussed this during a Cardano video at my channel as well, and what I think is of utmost important about this is that we are seeing this pattern getting formed. Previously, this was a symmetrical triangle on the Cardano compared to Bitcoin chart on a 4-hourly time frame, and what I think is important is that we saw multiple touch points on this descending resistance, actually 3 to be very accurate, and as well we have seen multiple touch points of this ascending support. Unfortunately, we have seen a breakdown occur underneath this ascending support line on the Bitcoin chart, or the Cardano compared to Bitcoin chart, and I think it is actually very likely that we are perhaps going to see a further decline in Cardano's strength, and as well that could have influence in Cardano's price action for sure. But what you have to take into consideration is that we are right now finding support on top of this horizontal level of previous very significant support as well, due to the fact that we found support right on top of it after we saw a major surge in Cardano's price action. We dropped below it, and we saw resistance being found underneath it before we were able to see a major run up getting started once more. So perhaps we are going to find support for quite a while right now, right on top of this point, and not seeing even a further decline in the strength compared to Bitcoin. But I think due to the fact that we broke out of this pattern, it is likely that we are going to see a further decrease. That is, of course, my personal opinion. And what I would like to take a look at is the daily time frame to see where the possible next levels of support are going to be. Therefore, I would like to enable the moving averages. So if you ask me, and if we take a look at the daily time frame, you can clearly see that we created for quite a while before discussing the moving averages this higher low structure on the Cardano price action. We saw higher lows getting created, and unfortunately in this period in time we are seeing that lower high structure, and right now as well a lower low structure getting created. Therefore, I think it is very likely that we are going to see a further decline, not for a major period of time, but perhaps being able to see a breakdown all the way towards the 100-day moving average that clearly served as a major level of support in the past as well. At this point in time, for example, and if we take a look at before we were seeing a breakdown towards the downside even further towards a retest of the 200-day moving average, for sure, I think the overall market structure right now is looking very bullish to me, and therefore I think it's very unlikely that we are going to see a decline all the way towards the 200-day moving average. That is something I think is inaccurate and that could perhaps not occur at all. As well, I would like to discuss the RSI and the MACD. You can clearly see that on the RSI we are forming as well this lower high structure, as we saw as well on the chart. But what I think is important is that we are still on top, or well, in the 50 area on the RSI. So therefore, if we are able to stay on top of this period in time, we might perhaps see a trend reversal occur afterwards. But if we break even further towards the downside, we could perhaps see as well Cardano's strength compared to Bitcoin decrease even further, heading towards this 0.5 Fibonacci level, or even further towards the 0.618 Fibonacci level, finding support on top of the 100-day moving average, what I personally think is a very likely scenario. Of course, CryptoRover, I don't know if you would like to say as well something else about Cardano right now.
Yeah, I think the Cardano compared to US dollar chart is looking very interesting in my opinion, because
yes.
Cardano compared to US dollar, I drew a chart that we are seeing right now, a symmetrical triangle getting created, and
yes,
we're seeing a very clear topside resistance getting formed. Yeah, like you can see here as well. And we are showing very strong support and very strong resistance on the top side, very strong support on the lower side. So yeah, this is going to be a very, very important pattern that we have to be keeping our eyes on if we want to be trading Cardano, because this will be really suggesting if either Cardano is going to create this massive leg towards the upside or towards the downside from here on. So it's going to be very exciting where we're going to go towards right now. I even have this support line drawn a little bit differently, that I still have, of course, these
the wicks of the candles as well.
Are way higher, because we are personally in a pretty bullish market. We could be maybe go for a minor move down from here on, but in the end of the day, I do expect that Cardano is going to show us more strength, and of course this could be suggesting in a 25% move towards the upside. So I'm definitely looking forward towards how this is going to be ending, of course, in the coming days, because this breakout is going to happen here in the coming 4 days, if I say it correctly, or coming 5 or 6 days here. So usually you tend to break up before reaching the apex. So I'm looking forward towards where Cardano is really heading towards right now.
Yeah, of course. And if we discuss Cardano, either towards the up or towards the downside, if we see a breakdown occur, something that I think is possibly likely due to the fact that we're seeing that breakdown on the Bitcoin chart, of course, we could see support being found on top of the 50-day moving average and as well on top of the 0.382 Fibonacci level. But if we are seeing a breakdown, I think outside of this symmetrical triangle as well on the US dollar chart, we could be heading towards that orange zone of support. And you can clearly see that in the past, this zone served as a major level of support and resistance. And therefore, I think it is very likely that we are going to find support on top of it as well if we are going to see a breakdown occur. Clearly, you could see inside of the orange box, we found support several times. Afterwards, after the breakdown below it, we found resistance, support, and it goes on like that. So therefore, I think the $1.81 is actually the target level if we are going to see a breakdown towards the downside, and a breakout is going to look rather different. Clearly, I think we are going to see a breakout towards the upside, head towards the $3.17. Why do I think so? Due to the fact that in the past we have seen this is This line should be right on top of the previous, so $3.10, very sorry for that, and finding seeing a breakout above this horizontal level of resistance that we got clearly rejected by in the past, and perhaps finding support on top of it, creating a lower high and seeing the market continue with a upward momentum. So yeah, that is my personal thought, of course, on what could possibly occur on Cardano. But right now, my personal opinion is that we could perhaps see a move towards the downside.
Yeah, I think, yeah, we just have to wait and see where the market is going to go. Of course. Let the market decide, I would say.
Yeah, I do agree with it, but most of the times when you see a major correction on the Bitcoin chart, it tends to follow those.
Yeah, it tends to, the altcoins tends to, of course, dip further than Bitcoin. But right now it's going to come down here. I don't expect the Bitcoin correction is going to be so significant. So in my opinion, shorting is going to be not necessarily the strongest thing to do here.
Oh, no.
If we're going to see a breakdown, just remain on the sidelines. If we're going to break out towards the upside, I should be looking maybe for a potential long position. So yeah, looking very strong here. But let's as well go maybe over Ethereum, because
yes.
Let's wrap up maybe with Ethereum, because I see some very interesting things right now on Ethereum. Ethereum right now on the 1 hourly candles looks to be forming a symmetrical triangle. So yeah, Ethereum on the 1 hourly candles looks to be creating a symmetrical triangle right now. It's breaking down of the symmetrical triangle. So this is, of course, pretty interesting that we could be right now facing. So for sure, we'll be keeping my eyes out on this one. So yeah, of course, we just closed the new 1 hourly candle, opened the new one. And yeah, you can see right now here, top side, clear resistance, oversloping support line as well got created. So not from there on. I should rather approach it a little bit differently, like we already broke down of it. So
oh, okay.
That's my approach, at least.
Like,
yeah, personally, something like this, yeah, that we already seen the breakdown. So personally, I do expect that Ethereum could be seeing some more selling pressure coming in towards the market, and Bitcoin, of course, yeah, corrected also very significantly. Let me see. Yeah, we are creating right now no bullish divergence whatsoever on Bitcoin, at least not on Ethereum as well. So yeah, this could be for sure maybe result in another pushback towards the downside. So this could be for sure a very strong potential setup here that you could be looking at. And if I said correctly, there's going to be something like a 2 or 3% move down here. If we're going to maybe go for a retest, and if we're measuring yeah, the price target basically on this Ethereum move. So pretty interesting right now what we're having here on the Ethereum 1 hourly chart. Of course, some very short time frame charting over here right now.
Yes, of course. And yeah,
so yeah,
on the shorter time frames, I do actually totally agree that you have to stay even more up to date about the current market. And as you said right now, it is going to be a 3% move towards the downside. What is going to follow up after this breakdown outside of this symmetrical triangle? I'm not sure if you would like to discuss even more Ethereum on your screen, perhaps.
Yeah, I want to be discussing one last thing here before because this is going to be a very important topic that I want to be going over.
Yes.
So let me share this real quickly. So besides, of course, the symmetrical triangle, of course, that we just discussed, I as well want to be discussing one thing, and that's, of course, about the bigger time frame here on Ethereum. And it is a very, very clear thing that we're right now seeing. And it's an inverse, sorry, not an inverse, it's just a cup and handle that we're right now seeing here. So you can see here the cup getting created here and the handle. And if we're going to break out, this is going to be suggesting an 88% move towards the upside. So I'm a huge fan of cup and handles, as long as we're seeing them on the daily time frame. And right now we're seeing one, of course, getting created here on the daily time frame. I'm getting pretty excited here about Ethereum to see this. Of course, it could be taking some for sure some days here before really reaching this price target. But personally, like I already expected, October is going to be a bullish month here. And I do think Ethereum could be searching towards this $5,000 range here in the coming month of October. So make sure that you're getting ready for it, because it's going to be quite exciting. So as well, someone is saying, look at Bitcoin right now. So yeah, let's maybe give the last thoughts from Bitcoin, because Bitcoin as well, yeah, got supported. Oh, Bitcoin bouncing back very quickly, and Ethereum maybe right now as well go for the retest of this level. So pretty interesting to keep your eyes on. But yeah, Bitcoin, of course, clearly forming an upper sloping support line, maybe a new resistance line here from the top side, could be resulting in some kind of an falling wedge basically, and it's as well forming in bullish divergence right now. So that's pretty interesting. So you can see over here we're forming a higher low on the RSI, lower low on the price action. So Bitcoin could be very strong from this point, and we will be keeping our eyes out, of course, on Bitcoin. But I do think that this is the end of the stream now, right?
Yes, I think so too, and I would like to actually end this stream on a high note by actually thanking you for taking time for me to join this stream, and as well to join the audience that is watching right now. And I would like to thank the audience as well for watching this video. And I hopefully do hope you enjoyed the video so far, and if you did, do not forget to give me those thumbs ups down below, and as well follow us both on both our channels, CryptoRover and CryptoRover as well. I don't know if you would like to say anything else.
Yeah, just make sure to smash the like, make sure to give him a subscribe. It would be truly amazing if you could be helping his channel out as well here. We'll be joining him more frequently in the future as well if you guys like it. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. And I guess we will see you guys in the next one.
Yeah, we will see you guys in the next one. And thank you very much once again. So bye-bye. Oh.